So this message is going to be for Sagittarius for December 2024. No, looking a glimpse into 2025. So your main card for 2025 is the Chariot, and I'm going to read from its book what it means, but I'm going to go here. You got the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Cake, which is death in reverse. So it says, jealousy, someone being overprotective or doesn't want something to end. Defensiveness, resistance, pride, clinging to misguided beliefs. Impossible to talk to or reason with, fighting a years-old battle. Or the battle you fought for so long may be eventually over. What you have fought for has been achieved. Could speak of paranoia and suspicion may be rampant, leading to delusion. Retreat and get some rest. And that's the combination of these three cards together. It also speaks of refusal to accept change, refusal to move on, continuing, to grieve and mourn for a past that will not come back. Stuck in the past, deluding yourself, and negative patterns repeating. Or could be coming out of a dead time in your life or recovery from illness or a condition. So, I want to read the Chariot, which is the main focus for your 2025. I wonder if I can get the whole thing into focus. No. I kind of want to get it into focus because the guidebook is very detailed. And I want you to be able to see what they're talking about. I think that's the best I can do. Okay. Sagittarius, the Chariot. I wanted to give you your song and your quote, too. So for an oracle card for 2025, you got friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I don't know if a friendship turned to romance or romance turned to friendship or something to that effect. You got Rain on Me by Ashanti. And you got Visit Many Good Books but Live in the Bible. So the Chariot in this deck, the most obvious use of a chariot is for transportation, and indeed, the chariot, both the device and the card, is a means of moving the traveler along on the journey. Instead of slowly walking, the traveler can ride and arrive at the destination much sooner. Symbolically, like Apollo's chariot, it has heavenly powers and is thus the ideal carrier for the journey to individuation. Here the chariot's imperial driver is none other than the Roman Emperor Tiberius, who joined two great Roman houses, that of Julius and that of Claudius. He bore the name of the blended dynasty Tiberius Julius Caesar. In this way, he is symbolic of the goal of the alchemical process to join opposites. We could have no better driver for our chariot. That the charioteer is in the midst of transition. His bottom half is skeletal, while the top is not only whole, but also imperial, wearing a laurel crown. The chariot is the means of transportation, of movement between two psychic states, from the bare bones to wholeness. The chariot connects the inner and outer journeys. The charioteer's laurel crown is symbolic of his journey. In Victorian England, laurel leaves were put under pillows at night to promote inspiration through dreams. That is, to receive messages from the unconscious. In ancient Greece, laurel's intoxicating properties were linked to prophetic and poetic inspirations. They were also associated with Apollo, another charioteer. Laurel is said to awaken past life memories and stimulate psychic awareness and the powers of divination. Other means of movement are shown. Below and above the charioteer are large sailing ships. By sailing across the ocean, which symbolizes the unconscious, where both nourishment and terrors hide, psychic wholeness is gained. The two ships represent the two possible areas of this growth. One is in the depths of the ocean of the unconscious, the alchemical below, and the other sails through the skies of the logos, the heaven where wholeness dwells, the alchemical above. The chariot is drawn by two chimeric creatures, part horse, part fish, part dragon. The horse draws the chariot across the earth, making movement and progress across the mundane plane. The fish draws the chariot through the ocean of the unconscious, while the dragon draws it through the air. One chimera is white, the other black. One is the negative of the other, symbolizing the two poles of, in this case, animal energy. Be warned. Harnessing the chimeric powers is fraught with ambiguity and danger. Great care must be taken. The white chimera, the color being associated with good, is on our left, the area of negativity and evil, while the black chimera, the negative one, is on our right, the area of positivity and good. Left to their own devices, facing different directions, they will pull the chariot apart. The journey requires the charioteer to control the forces giving the chariot movement, yet he has no reins, and the chimera's only physical connection to the chariot is through their wingtips. The black and white chimeras are essentially the same, two faces of a single entity representing the victory over the lower forces of its own nature through a journey of alchemical purification leading to rebirth. The chimeras rest atop large pedestals. Okay. Below is the true power. Below is the true motive power of the chariot, the tigers. In China, the tiger is the king of beasts, not the lion, reflecting the imperial attitude of the charioteer, forming from out of the primal primitive into the sophistication represented by Tiberius. Typically, the tiger symbolizes primal instincts, unpredictability, and the ability to trust oneself. The tigers balance precariously on star-covered violet balls. There is another warning to the charioteer and the traveler, meaning you, Sagittarius. Harnessing these primal energies is dangerous and must be carefully balanced, aptly symbolized here by the spears. The power the power they hold is one of numinosity, of heaven, indicated by the stars covering them. The transition the charioteer is undergoing is fraught with danger. The possibility of falling off the speeding chariot is ever present. Should the chariot move too fast, hit a bump, or lose control, disaster ensues. All these dangers in the physical world have their psychological equivalents. Protection is offered the charioteer by the two tanks mounted into the wheels of his chariot, guns manned, ready to repel attackers, and by the two pillars flanking him, offering him a modicum of stability on his wild ride. That the charioteer must risk these dangers to progress on his road to the self is evident, in that we see the castles he left far behind him. The chariot itself is little more than a framework, hardly enough to hold the charioteer. Should the charioteer complete his transition From bare bones to a whole individual, his regal stance of confidence predicts a propitious future. To the traveler, the chariot is saying, to you, Sagittarius, an almost supernatural motive is needed to move down the road to individuation. However, like riding a chariot in the mundane world, balance is key. One must choose between several motive powers, the mundane and mechanical but safe and slow, the tanks, the fiery mythological but very dangerous, the chimeras, or the delicate balance of power in the universe, the tigers. Okay, so that's for Sagittarius, and here are your stickers to look out. I don't know what they mean to you, but you might. Okay. One's missing. Oh no, the sixth one was the cake. Death in reverse. So you got lunch money, a paper sailboat, a dinosaur, sorry, I'm not looking, iced tea, and a forklift, crane. So those are signs and synchronicities to look out for the year of 2025. I don't know if that has to do with a birthday, children, make lemonade, transportation, travel, moving away from something, not settling. Okay, Sagittarius, good luck.